Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars, welcome to another PlayStation review. Today's review is for Jurassic World Evolution 2 on the PlayStation 5. Now, this game was released a couple of weeks ago, something like that, on the PlayStation, and I was a little bit behind on catching up with some games this month. However, this was a game I was always going to pick up. As you guys know, if you follow my channel and my content, you know this is the sort of game that I really enjoy to play. And I indeed spent an awful lot of time playing and enjoying the first game. And there is a review up for the first game on the channel if you want to check it out. Now, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is very much like the first game in a sense of you take charge of building your own Jurassic parks, if you like. Now, there are a number of modes here for you to get stuck into, and many of these modes actually I've had an awful lot of fun with, which is not quite unusual. Sometimes these games, I think, sometimes put modes in that not a lot of people enjoy. I've garnered some level of enjoyment from all the modes here to some degree. And there is a campaign mode for its, and that essentially follows the story from the last film when it finishes, you know, when all the dinosaurs are kind of let loose into the world. Well, the campaign essentially means you are going round to different locations, capturing and kind of rehoming all the dinosaurs that are roaming the wilds. And there's different locations that you have to, different maps that you have to do this on. So it's slightly different than what you're used to in the sense of you're not growing and hatching these dinosaurs on these maps. You're essentially capturing them and putting them back into captivity. And I quite enjoyed the campaign mode, actually. I think is it 4 or 5 maps? It's something like that. But it is pretty good. Quite a bit of fun there. And the next mode is as a chaos theory mode. And this mode follows all the 5 films. Is it 5? Yes, 5 films, I believe. So you can go right back to the original Jurassic Park and build your own Jurassic Park and see if you can run it without the disasters that ruined, obviously, the Jurassic Park in the first film. So each of these parks are kind of tied into each of the movies. It's all pretty good, is the Chaos Theory. I'm not knocking it, really. The only problem I found with it was I found it to be a little bit hard in some aspects. And I found myself getting to the point where you're just spinning plates. Everything kept happening at once. I suppose the clue's in the title there in regards to Chaos Theory. It does get a little bit chaotic. So you've got dinosaurs getting ill. If the comfort level drops on any of the dinosaurs, they're constantly breaking out of the enclosures, so on and so forth. So you're back and forth, you know, treating the animals, transporting them to be operated on, trying to tranquilize them and transport them back into pens, repair the pens. Then you've got storms happening, all this stuff going off, and it kind of really slows the process down, but it certainly keeps you busy. And then you've got challenge mode, which is like 5 stages from different places around the world, including the US, the UK, and Germany. Actually, arguably, challenge mode has been my favourite mode so far. And you start off with just one map unlocked in the challenge mode. And as you complete certain challenges in the other modes, if you get a certain star rating on a certain map, for example, you'll unlock other maps on the challenge mode. But to be honest, I've been quite enjoying it, and you can customize it to make it a little bit easier. And then you've also got the sandbox mode, which again I've really enjoyed. Again, you can go in and customize that, make it as hard or as easy as you want, and just have fun with it. So there's an awful lot here for people to enjoy, and I'm sure there's going to be quite a lot of downloadable content added as we go forward. So there really is an awful lot here to keep you busy. You've got an awful lot of recognisable voice acting going on here, most notably Jeff Goldblum again. And there's a lot of recognisable faces from the movies, should I say, maybe not the recognisable voices. Most of them are of a really high quality, and there's just a couple that are super annoying in regards to the voice acting. The game itself, I think, looks beautiful, but I thought the first game looked beautiful. You'll find yourself endlessly driving around your parks, which is something you can do. You can take direct control of any of your jeeps, helicopters. You can even go on any of like the park rides that you want. Any of the gyroscopes, are they called, which you can set up in your parks. You can ride them, monorails, tours, anything. So you can get really up close and personal with all the dinosaurs, and they all look, I think, fairly spectacular. So very much like the first one, the idea here is with many of the modes is you're going to have to go out on expeditions with your scientists to find fossils for different dinosaurs, bring them back, research them, extract the DNA from these fossils, and then hatch these dinosaurs into your parks. So you can go out and find herbivores, carnivores, all these weird and wonderful dinosaurs, and it is definitely still a thrill to see them hatched and released into your pens as it used to be. I mean, it's really, really cool. They all sound really authentic and fantastic, and you still get a kick out of it releasing a new dinosaur for the first time. This game has like water-based dinosaurs, and it also has like pterodactyls, or like flying dinosaurs, which I don't think they had in the first one. I'm fairly sure they didn't have the water ones. I can't remember if they had like the flying dinosaurs in the first one. But there's certainly much more dinosaurs available here than there was in the first game. So it's one of those games where you can, yes, there's a lot of micromanaging that's going to need going on, but it's not really in your face, apart from a couple of the modes where you feel like you're spinning plates a little bit and it gets a bit stressful and tense. Some of the other modes, you can just, make them as hard or as easy as you want and kind of have a fairly relaxed time with it and do things at your own pace. So if you want a really hands-on approach and you want to drive the vehicles and do all that kind of stuff, you can definitely do that. You can do all your tranquilizing in the helicopters and all that kind of stuff, and you can go on all your tours and all your monorails and really have a lot of fun and just take your time in your parks. All those things are available. But if you want a more hands-off approach, you can instruct certain stations in your park to do the jobs for you. So you can just direct your medical transport to go and heal a dinosaur or go and scan a dinosaur. You can send your rangers to go and do patrols around certain places. And also, as well, you're going to have to research, which will be no surprise to any of you who have either A, played the first game, or B, played any kind of park management game. So you're going to have to research a lot of things to be able to improve and expand on your parks, get different tourist attractions, comfort things for your guests, new and improved like fences for more powerful dinosaurs. So everything is in place, really, and it feels like quite a substantial improvement on the first game. Although saying that, I did really enjoy the first game, but this definitely feels like an improvement. It feels a little less fiddly than the first game. It feels a little bit more accessible than the first game, and it's definitely a game I would suggest picking up if you are fans of, obviously, the Jurassic Park films, but if you're a fan of park management sims, there's a great game here and a lot of fun to be had. So definitely worth checking out. One of the most fun experiences I've had this year playing a game. So I'm going to give this one a pretty strong 9 out of 10. It's a great game if this is your sort of thing. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found this review useful. I'll be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.